What's up, lovely people? Welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to make brown stew mushroom, rice and black-eyed peas, and coleslaw. So here I have all the ingredients. I'm using baby bella mushroom, but you can choose any mushroom, and I've already gone ahead and washed and sliced these. Make sure that you dry them, okay? Now over here I have my peas that I've been soaking, and to that I added garlic and thyme. I will be using long grain parboiled rice, but you can choose any rice. Now over here I have the cabbage, the scallion, the bell pepper, and the carrot to make the coleslaw. I will not be saying all of these ingredients, but what I will do is to list them as I go along, as well as put them in the description, okay? After you have washed and sliced the mushrooms, you want to start adding your dry seasonings. So at this point I went in and add about half a teaspoon of oil because I had my mushrooms sitting out way too long after I dried them and they were too dry. So I add a little bit of oil just to allow the seasonings to coat the mushrooms properly. Okay, but it's completely optional. Alright, so now I'm going to add the browning, and I add about half a teaspoon as well. After you have added all your seasonings, you want to cover this and allow the mushrooms to marinate for at least 15 minutes. So next you want to cook your peas, so add the peas along with that liquid to your pot, followed by salt, chopped onion, and some additional water. At this point, I'm adding some additional water, warm water, and that's just to allow the peas to cook properly. So cover your pot and cook the black-eyed peas until they are tender. Once the peas cook, add your coconut milk. I'm using homemade, but canned coconut milk is fine as well. After adding the coconut milk, I went ahead and prepared my other ingredients. So I grated this much ginger. I also went ahead and prepared a scallion and more fresh thyme. So after you have prepared those ingredients, you want to add them to your pot along with allspice and all-purpose seasoning. After you have seasoned your pot, give it a good stir, cover it, and allow those flavors to come together nicely. In that meantime, go ahead and wash your rice. After you have washed your rice, add it to your pot. You want to give this a good stir so the peas and the rice are evenly distributed. You can also do a little taste test at this point to see if you need any more salt or seasoning. And this was perfect. I didn't need any more seasoning. So now I'm going to cover this and allow the rice to steam. While the rice is steaming, you want to cut up your vegetables and prepare the mushroom. I went to go check on the rice, and as you can tell, most of that liquid is reduced. So what I'm going to do now is to cover this with some foil wrap and allow the rice to further steam. While that is steaming, I'm going to continue preparing the vegetables and cook the mushrooms. So I use this much scotch bonnet pepper without the seeds. So now I'm going to prepare the mushrooms. So add some oil to your pot and add only the mushrooms at this time. You want to saute them for about 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, you want to remove the mushrooms and add your vegetables. Don't worry about rinsing out the pot because you want the vegetables to be coated with all that seasoning from the mushroom. So you want to saute these for about a minute or two. After that, you want to add some water to that same bowl you used to marinate the mushrooms in and pour it into your pot. At this point, if you need more seasonings, you can go ahead and add some more seasoning. Also, if you need more gravy, just add some more water. So you want to allow this to continue simmering down for an additional 2 minutes before adding the mushrooms. So after adding the mushrooms, you want to stir this and give this an additional 5 to 10 more minutes to simmer down. So if you've been paying close attention, you would have noticed that I did not add the carrots. Like, I literally forgot to add the carrots. But that's okay, things don't go as planned sometimes, but you can always saute the carrots with the other vegetables. And at this point, brown stew mushroom up and running. This looks amazing, and let me tell you, this was so flavorful. So you can basically cover your pot, set that to the side, and let's move on to the coleslaw. So I'm using this shredder to shred the cabbage. You can always use a knife or your grater if you don't have this, okay? I'm going to use that same shredder to shred the bell pepper. If you don't have this, as I mentioned, you can always use a knife to finely slice it. This coleslaw will be mayo free, and to add some taste to it, I'm going to add lemon juice, salt, black pepper, and brown sugar. After you have added those ingredients, you want to now combine this properly. And let me tell you, if you let this sit for a while before you consume it, the flavors will come together beautifully. Make sure that you taste to see if you need any additional salt or sugar. This was a simple, light, delicious coleslaw recipe, and as I mentioned, if you let this sit for a while, the flavors will come together nicely. So everything is prepared, the rice is finished, and it's looking amazing. You can remove your thyme stems and scotch bonnet pepper at this point. And there you have it. This was so delicious. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for some more recipes. I hope you all try and enjoy these recipes. Until next time, stay safe and God bless.